Welcome back to the Taylor Peach Experience. Look, I want to make a video about social media because warning, I'm pretty vehemently against it. I'm a pretty anti-social media guy. I used to have such an addiction, especially to the internet. Damn, my shoulders are popping. I remember when I was very, very young kid, with my parents and my brother. My brother was in the front seat, and I was young, like 6 to 8. They're asking me, hey, what do you guys want to do this weekend? I'm like, I'm going to watch Sky Does Minecraft. Because he was a big thing on YouTube back then. And like, you can't do that for the entire weekend. And I remember thinking to myself, that's what I've been doing. That's kind of sad to look back on. And more recently, my high school years, I remember in freshman year, I had a class called debate. It was online. I didn't do any work. And I spent more than an hour on my phone. Social media, mostly Instagram. I had Discord back then, I think. Not really Snapchat, pretty much just Instagram. And then I would go to lunch. The next period was the same thing. It was like outdoor wilderness survival, which we just sat in a class and made s'mores, pretty much. It was actually a pretty cool class. But we didn't do anything. Nah, we really didn't do anything. So a lot of people just stayed on their phone. Me especially. After that fourth period, the last 30 minutes I'd spend on my phone. Yeah. I'd go home, probably spend more time on my phone. Probably even play some video games. And I wondered why I was depressed. See, I would wake up, check my phone, go to school, be on my phone, come back from school, be on my phone, eat, play video games, go to bed. There was nothing in that span of time that ever gave me any real happiness. It was all temporary. And when you take the temporary happiness away, you're left with just flat out nothing. Nothing. Now, I deleted social media a while ago, and since then I've filled my time with actual work. I'm not going to give away my schedule right now because it's still a work in progress. But essentially I wake up, I read a page of the Daily Stoic, I work, I eat, I go to school. Actually, before I go to school, I meditate. Come back, I eat. I go to the gym, or I'm either just working. While I'm eating, I'll work on my computer. That's for about 30 minutes mostly, but then I'll go to the gym. If not, I just continue working, have dinner, go to bed. Now, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm still going to school. Actually, school, I'm not even on my phone. I've had 0 screen time on my phone for the past 2 weeks. Let me tell you, it's just better. Anytime I have free time, I'm pretty much just reading a book or talking to like anyone real in my class. That's just far better than being on my phone, to be honest. Like, complete compare and contrast. There's a life that's much more fun right now, but it doesn't actually give you anything, and at the end, when you take the phone away, you're left with just being depressed. That's the phone life. Versus, I don't mean to brag. I'm gonna say like what I'm doing, but that sounds a little less humble. I'm just saying like being off your phone, being off it entirely. Sometimes I'm unhappy. Sometimes I'm unhappy, and that's good. You don't need to be happy all the time. You don't need that fake dopamine in your brain shooting off. You don't need to be this. You don't need to be that. If you are unhappy, that can be a very, very good thing. I'm grateful when I'm unhappy, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, what?" But everything that's pushed down on us is like, you should want to be happy. That should be a great goal in your life. The goal is happiness. Nah. Maybe. For some people, yeah, maybe not so much. But unhappiness really brings me into my goals. It really makes me like, dude, if I'm unhappy because I'm not rich yet. I'm unhappy because I'm not able to guarantee my parents complete protection. I'm not, like, all of that is why I'm unhappy. I'm not unhappy because I'm not on my phone. I'm happy because I'm not on my phone. So I'm unhappy because right now I'm not working towards my goals. Like, that's a lot better than wasting your time on Instagram and social media. Now, I have some friends, school friends mostly, that are on social media, and they've shown me some funny stuff. Like, I had a friend who showed me a video of some Indian guy cutting someone's hair with a sharp rock. That was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. I can see why it's addicting. There are some people on social media who they open it once a week, they like their girlfriend's account, and then they leave. That's amazing. People who have a business, they're pushing it themselves on a business. That is phenomenal. People on Instagram Reels and TikTok also pushing a business. Phenomenal. Keep doing your thing. But it's the people who are on social media and TikTok for hours. It's the kind of people when as soon as class, like the schoolwork for class ends, they pull out their phones and they stay on it, just tapping. I can't take someone seriously like that as a man. Like, as a man, you cannot be wasting your time like that. And for self-improvement, you can't tell me you're on self-improvement if you're on TikTok, Instagram Reels, spending more than an hour on social media. At all. I'm saying this with you can see I'm gonna have a straight face when I say this. I cannot take you seriously. You cannot tell me you're on self-improvement if you're doing that. Because if you were on self-improvement and you really loved yourself, you would cut it off. You would cut that off because you open up hours of your life. You open up hours every day when you can use that to better you. Think of yourself. If you were to give someone advice, someone who is on social media right now, so you were to give someone advice who's trying to become like you, they're trying to get big, they're trying to get rich, they're trying to do all, they're trying to get better because their life sucks right now. What would you tell them? Yeah, you can be on your phone for 3 hours. No, you're gonna tell them to read. You're gonna tell them to work your fucking ass off. That's what's got you at least this far. You're not gonna tell them, oh, you should be afraid of deleting social media because I haven't done it yet. You should be more afraid of having social media because you're missing out on a life without it. The life without it is far better. I've had zero social media for a long time, zero screen time for about nearly 3 weeks. It's better. I'll be honest. I was walking to school. I didn't want to drive. I walked to school. I've been walking to school recently. I live like 20 minutes away. I've been walking and I literally stopped and stared at a tree because it was the most beautiful tree I've ever seen. What the fuck? I was just so happy about it, man. It's just stupid stuff like that makes me just so happy. Like I was like racing myself against a car, I was like jumping over a puddle like that, like kid stuff. You get back and it's fun. But mostly, my focus is a lot better. I'm actually able to fill up my entire life with work and getting better than just... If you want to know how like stupid you look when you're on social media, you know, sometimes when you're watching Netflix and the screen goes black and you can see your face and you're like shoving chips in your mouth. Imagine you're doing that but you're in a class full of people. And dude, genuinely, I've been at a point when I was the first one at the door because the bell was about to ring, and I looked back and everybody else was on their phone in my class. Either had earbuds in, staring forward mindlessly, or they were on their phone. A lot of people live a life that sucks, to be honest. A lot of people, when you ask them, hey, are you happy? They're gonna say yes, but in actuality, I would say the majority of people respond no to that question. Because like the example I gave, you know, they wake up, slave to their phone. And I mean slave in a genuine slavery way, like they can't get rid of it. If your life is just phone and the funnest thing you do is maybe go out with friends, you're not doing anything to better yourself. Some people don't. Alright, so you're not doing anything to better other people. Not doing anything better to guarantee that everybody around you is better off for being around you. And you can't really guarantee that if you're spending 3 hours a day on your phone, especially TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. It's gonna make you weak. Your focus plummets. All that shebang. You can't. The worst thing for your focus is actually not just being on your phone. Now, I'm sure there's an extreme brain rot going through TikTok, but mostly it's get out, pulling it back in, pulling it back in. Like checking your phone 3 times while you wait for your lunch to come in. That's the bad stuff. For time reasons, you should absolutely be off social media. Absolutely. So time reasons, absolutely. But just mental health reasons, yeah, my mental health got better when I was off social media. Now, at first, I actually think it went down because I didn't have anything to distract myself from the life that I lived. So I realized, oh, my life kind of sucks. But then I worked and I got better. Then I kept at it, and now my life is much fucking better. I'm never downloading Instagram again for the rest of my life. I'm never downloading TikTok. I'm never wasting 20 minutes on my phone looking at some stupid stuff that you don't need. And that's an amazing feeling, man. It does separate you from a lot of people, and some people are gonna look down on you because you don't have social media. But genuinely, I don't care. First of all, and you shouldn't either. But genuinely, you can't look down on someone when you're just wasting your life and time away on an app versus the person who is not. They're gonna look down on you because you're different, because you're not part of the mob. And I've made a video like literally yesterday about the mob. Check it out if you want. The mob is gonna hate you when you're not part of the mob. But you shouldn't want to be a part of the mob. You shouldn't want to be with 90% of people. And 90% of people, they spend a ton of time on their phone. Tons of time. They can't focus right. They can't work right. They're too nervous to go talk to a girl. They're too nervous to start that big project or that business. They're too nervous to go to the gym. They're too nervous to stay consistent in the gym. That's mostly what it is. The gym has been bigger than ever, and people still can't be consistent. There's people who are still going there. They're on their phone waiting 5 minutes for the bench press. Because actually, no. I'm waiting 5 minutes because they're on their phone in between sets. Fuck that. The easiest thing you can do right now for extreme benefit, if you're on social media, delete it. Delete it. Without a doubt, delete it. You don't have to tell people, oh, I'm being off, I'm gonna try this thing. Just get rid of it, man. Just get rid of it, man. Like I can tell you all these phenomenal things. You're gonna be more present, you're gonna be more thankful, you're gonna be able to go out and talk to random chicks. Just be like, hey, what's up? Like nothing going through your mind. Like, it does, even if you don't like them, just be like, yeah, who cares? You're gonna have all this much more confidence because you're actually using your time for yourself. You're gonna get a lot better faster because you have a lot more time for yourself and you're using that time for yourself. You're gonna learn more because you can have more time to read. You're gonna be able to meditate, which is gonna make you more happier and more present in the moment. You're gonna be able to journal, so you're gonna be able to do all this. There's a fear of missing out for the people who have social media, looking on the people who don't have social media. Or at least there should be. Life's better without it. Take from the word to a man who had 8 hours pretty much growing up in my childhood. 8 hours on my phone every day, on my iPad. That ain't no life to live. There's a better life out there, and that's without an Instagram on your phone. If you really think about it as an objective thing, you don't need it. And that should be a big sign that you should be away from it. That's everything that I told you. But still, it's your choice. And I want you to remember that those who never do shall never know. I'm in this video here. Peace. Y'all have a good one.